John Lusk here, Lusk Archery Adventures. Series testing, successful hunting. Today I'm testing another head by Ozcut. I've really liked Ozcut over the years. They're just a no-nonsense broadhead that's done really well and sold at really good prices. And I was so impressed when I first started testing them. I reached out to them and asked them if they'd give me a discount code, and they did. So if you use Lusk10, Lusk10 on their website, on any broadhead, you can save 10%. And today I'm going to be testing the Hurricane. I've tested the 100 grain. I think I tested the 125 grain, and man, I love those broadheads. But today I'm testing a little bit bigger 150 grain Hurricane. So for this test, I'm going to be using my regimen for 2026. And for a detailed description of that, please check out the video I posted earlier this year called 2026 Broadhead Test Process. And it'll walk you through all the tests that I do and all the behind the scenes of how and why I do it and so forth. And I'm going to be using my Elite Eon Compound bow set at 62 pounds, 26.5-inch draw. I'm using Bishop Archery arrows at 450 grains. And I'm using my new Ravin LR XBow at 450 feet per second. All right, let's zoom on in here, check out this Hurricane 150 grain, and then put it to the test. Here's a good look at this 150 grain Hurricane. And man, this is a cool looking broadhead right here. Really appreciate my buddy Alan Kitzeber. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. He's just Alan to me, but he donated a bunch of broadheads, and a pack of these was included in it. So eager to put these to the test. They're made out of just a single chunk of stainless steel, and the dimensions, now they're listed as having a cutting diameter of 1 1/8 inches in this 150 grain model, but by my measurements, they had a cutting diameter of 1 inch, and so total cut of 1.5 inches in the 3 blades. Now they got nice thick blades, 0.056 inches thick, and the length of this 150 grain model is quite a bit more than the 100 or 125 grain model. It's 1.03 inches, still pretty short, but man, those other ones are really short. I love that short design of those. At this 3-blade single bevel design, you're going to get quite a bit of rotation. With the 100 grain, 125 grain, got a lot of rotation. With it being a bit longer, you're probably not going to get as much rotation, but I bet it's still going to be really good. And the cost of these comes out to $16 per broadhead, but you can use my discount code for all Ozcut broadheads. Lusk10 will save you 10%. And here you get a good look at it from the top, and you can see that single bevel design to it, and see, man, that is going to create a really wicked wound channel. Now, it's not going to be the easiest to resharpen, but there's not a twist in the blades. The blades themselves are just single bevel sharpened, so they're not going to be that difficult to sharpen, not as difficult as a twisted edge would have. Really look forward to putting these heads to the test and see how they perform. With the Elite Eon at 45 yards, it got the 10 ring. And with the Ravin at 45 yards, it got the 10 ring. The flight noise was rated as an 8.95 on a 10-point scale, whereas a field point gets a 10 on a 10-point scale. It took 266 grams of force to cut through the wire, which is a 9.34 on a 10-point scale. It penetrated 8 inches. I just want to show you the entrance hole in the rubber foam mat. That's pretty cool, seeing that twist. It took an additional 57 grams of force to cut through the wire after penetration test 1, which is an 8.86 on a 10-point scale. It penetrated through 62 layers, which is an 8.86 on a 10-point scale. It rotated a whopping 100 degrees at 10.5 inches. The head's in excellent shape after the 3 shots through the MDF. And it's still in very good condition after the 2 shots through the sheet of steel. It just got minor edge chatter. And check out these holes. Man, that rotation and the thickness of the blades creates a wound channel that's going to be difficult to close up. Here it is after all the durability testing. Did perfectly through the MDF, through the steel plate, just got the slightest bit of edge chatter, and then into the center block, it held together really well. That intense rotation caused quite a bit of rotation there in the steel, and you can see that caused some twisting of the tip right there, which that's not really going to happen within an animal bone, but in the center block, it twisted just a little bit there, but actually still spins well. Really impressive durability. So what'd you think? Man, there's a lot to like about this broadhead. It really did well in pretty much all the testing. I gotta be honest, I think I like the 100 grain or 125 grain a little bit more, just because I like that little bit shorter profile. But if you're wanting to add a little bit more weight, increase your FOC a little bit, get a little bit more momentum, this might be a good fit for you. So check out the score sheet and see how it performed in the areas that matter to you the most, and see if it might be a good fit for you and your hunting needs. And check out the detailed scores of how it did in each of the tests that are listed in the video description, as well as a link to a spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet that has all the tests I've done for the last several years and all the scores of every test. It's a lot of data, okay, but you can dig into it if you want. But stay tuned for a summary of the scores for this Hurricane and how it performed, as well as the overall cumulative score and the corresponding Lusk grade. And also stay tuned for a list of all the discount codes I can offer, like for Ozcut, Lusk 10 will save you 10% on any of their broadheads, but there's many others in this list as well, just to help you save some money. Hey, thanks a lot for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you next time.